And this is where we can go with openness. And last night we were talking and someone was mentioning blogging, and that may be where we're really going to go, because out in the real world, that's where people go. And you know, when you're anywhere, when you're on a bus or the train, then you just look around and all the kids, you know, the ones who are the future, they're looking at something. They're looking at their iPhone or something. They have something that they're looking at. So every second that they're looking at that, they are getting a distance away from us, the people who are conservative, maybe in some way, although we love to think of ourselves as very liberal. But what can openness do? And this is a graph, and the earliest one I could find of this, our diagram I should say, the earliest one I could find was 2006, and it had about 8 of these things in the middle. And in the middle is the database, the wiki database. So it's Databasepedia. And I hope you do like I do, which is to support Wikipedia, because it, after all, is our right hand. And then Wikimedia. So these are the sorts of things that we need to be supporting in science, because they create the openness and then the connectivity that we must have. And in this drawing here, it's not really a drawing, it's really a view of what we know now. And I just want to mention one thing, that from about 10 o'clock to about 6 o'clock, maybe a bit further, about 1 o'clock, I don't know what it is for you, but this half is pretty much, if you look at it as being a human, it's the left side of the human. If you look at it, that side really is representing a lot of science and the data sets that are associated with each other. Now, if we keep a lid on our data sets, then we will join other areas that have smaller data sets. And part of the big data set is blue, and that's the government part. And that's very important for us, because what we share in our data sets then is important for governmental things like something so important, funding. And these things, now I just want to explain just a little bit. The bigger the circle, the more information is in there, the more data is in there. And the stronger the lines between, that indicates that the interaction between those are most important. And if the connection goes both ways, as it does so many times in cycles in physiology, if it goes both ways, then it's even more important interactions. So these kinds of interactions are just what we need to go forward in the future. And those kinds of interactions are the ones that can be promoted only with open access. Open access